If you're operating a construction business, you probably have more money than you can spend. But if it's not the case, I would like to share with you how we have been hiring external operations specifically for the field management. This is you, and you're standing on so much cash you don't know what to do with it. But I'll tell you what you can do. You can actually hire someone. Because when you have work, you need the work to be covered. Yes, you can do a lot of it yourself, but you get to the point eventually where you just maxed out your resources. Then you have a choice. You can hire someone from the in-house, which means you can train hourly guys, give them your van, give them your tools. There's a couple complications with that. So if I would be starting the business from scratch, I would actually hire this guy. He is a contractor. A contractor that I know. He's just a good friend of mine. He has insurance. He has license, he has good helpers, good van, he looks good, he smells good, and he will just represent me and my company when he works for as a good and healthy business. Also, there's liability factors. For example, when the van breaks down, tools get stolen, the job gets messed up, materials installed incorrectly. Those are the liability features that contractors actually help you with. If you get the right contractor, there's a lot of liabilities that you can drop. When you're just starting your business, you already have a lot to worry about. So when you hire a contractor, maybe it's not as profitable, but at least this is the beginning of the business. This is where you have to outshine. So if you find the right guy and he's a contractor, I think it's just a good beginning. Then once you got your company a little bit established, the stores, the customers, they know that you are an awesome guy and they want to give you even more money. At that point, I think you would learn enough where you can train one of the in-house guys' crews. Why I would want to have in-house guys? For 3 reasons. One is you can't send a contractor somewhere far. Let's just say they don't want to go. So what do? The job has to get done. Second reason is when contractor just decides to walk off the project and you still need to cover the job. So that's why having an in-house crew is really nice. Third reason is your in-house crew can actually be a great example to your customer what your business looks like, because you can have good subcontractors, but they're just not great. And that's why having an in-house team that outshines all the work, and they see when your van pulls up with your labels, they're like, wow, they're about to do some great work over here. So this is just the reason why you would want to have in-house guys. Personally, I would. Once I have about 3 to 4 vans of a sub, then I would consider getting 1 van of in-house guys for the previous reasons listed. Now you have so much work. You just don't know what to do with it. You don't know how to manage it. You don't know how to answer all the phone calls, emails, how to process the invoices and collect your money. And that's where a new position gets introduced. And I call it an operations manager or ops manager. It's technically a person that is your right hand. It's a person that you can trust with finances, billing, customer relationship. They would be an internal position, meaning it's an office position, but they would be working with external operations. They would be handling all the projects, all the questions, requests from subcontractors, your in-house guys, your builders and customers. They're there to make your life a lot easier. Here's another thing. Someone needs to track all your progress. Someone needs to track your successes, your downfalls. And that's where finding a really, really good operations manager is really important. It doesn't mean like you have to hire an operations manager right away. It just means once you get to the level of operations manager, that means you're starting to actually build a real business. And what I mean by real business is a business that can operate without you being involved in it 24/6. And because you have been a field worker and you started your business on the field, you will just eventually get exhausted in the office. You'll get bored. That's what happens most of the time. It might not be the case with you, but a lot of times people just get tired of sitting on one spot. They start slacking on emails, phone calls. They don't collect all the payments. They don't do bookkeeping properly. And that is a good sign that you should consider looking for a position to replace where you're currently at, because there's a lot of other work that you should be doing. And here we introduce a project, and let me add the M, not for M performance, but an M as a manager. And here you are walking down your beautiful path to become a beautiful new opportunity. Project manager would now start checking quality control after your subs and in-house, because eventually you guys start slacking. Also, you need someone for inspections, and that's where project manager comes in. There's also repairs that need to be handled on a very high quality standard, and it's important builder or important customer that you need to take care of them. That's where you come in as a project manager and you deliver the quality and the standard. Operations unlock your first level, which means a level to establishing your business as a machine that can operate without you. Once you become a project manager, it allows you to have a very strong and sturdy machine. Now let's draw a picture. Your operations are awesome. You have so much work, you don't know what to do with it. All your customers are happy and they're just like, please come work with us and we'll pay you more money. Unfortunately, that never happens, so let's get back to reality. There's actually very sad thing that we all have to deal with, and that's the next position. And it is a customer service manager. Now, why you need a customer service manager? Because most of the stores, most of the builders, yes, they care about your production work. Yes, they care about how fast you work, how clean you work, how organized your crews and vans are. But at the end of the day, everybody understands that everybody makes mistakes. And if you're a special flower, I think some hardships might come for you. So I think everybody makes mistakes. I had to learn that the hard way because there were projects that some of our installers did that I'm like, there's no way they would ever make this mistake. And guess what? They did it. And when I called them, they were shocked themselves that they ever did it. But that just highlights the reality of the sinful world. So a customer service manager is a crucial position to take eventually. I don't think it's for the beginning, but it's a position that can help you to outshine the other competition. So since we understood we all make mistakes and we're all humans, that means you'll have problems after. Now, depending on the customer service, it matters how big the problems become. It could be a simple problem where you can do a repair, fix a low spot or a crooked wall, or it can be to the point where they sue you, you have to pay them $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 just because they want to, and you're not happy. What I'm trying to say is customer service position, they know what to say, who they need to speak with, and when they need to speak. They can start the fire and they can put out the fire. Customer service is also a very important puzzle to the whole picture of having your customers at the level of expectations that they technically can't afford. What I mean by that is everybody wants to pay you less. Your subs want to get paid more. Your hourly guys want to get paid more. So what do? You have to start working faster. Sometimes you have to start cutting corners. And what I mean is not crucial corners. It's just you accept the percentage of you coming back to a repair, just a small minor repair. And you realize that just skipping a small step or two will save you $10,000 and a repair will cost you $1,000. Now, the likeliness of the repair happening for a small little thing is very unlikely if it's not critical. But that's where you get to save $10,000. You spend $1,000 on repair, you got $9,000 extra. And customer service is a person that will have to work very hard to make sure it's only 1,000 and not 21,000, because then your strategy just doesn't work. Customer service also shows your company from a different perspective. When guys work on the construction, they fly in, they play loud music, they are dirty sometimes, or they make mistakes, or they piss the super off, but it's just like daily operations. Everybody understands that there's good pros and cons, there's good days and bad days, and customer service comes in clean, comes in very organized. They have an amazing van with amazing tools, and they say, hey, I'm here to fix your problem. What did my guys mess up on again? So that's why customer service is very important, and they will help you to increase your wealth by showing other customers that you care about them and you care about their customer. What happens? You get more money. What happens then? You hire more subs. Next, you get more in-house guys. What's next? You get more operations managers, then you get more project managers, then you get more customer service, and you just keep growing. Obviously, there's internal operations as well that I recorded in the previous video, but from external perspective, this is pretty much where it starts and ends. At this point, when you have your labor force, you have your operations and projects managers, and you got your customer service, you're in like millions of dollars. So at that point, just decide where you want to go and what you want to do next. So if you like this video, like, subscribe, and see you next time.